Abhishek? Okay, so reactions with the metals, magnesium and sodium. Two reactions of alkyl halides with the magnesium and sodium. So audio is not clear. Whose audio is not clear? Who is that saying? Breaking. Okay. So for everybody, audio is not clear. Is it with everybody? Others can hear me? You're not clear?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear.
Okay. So the next topic is reaction with the metals. So two metals, reaction with the magnesium and the reaction with the sodium. So first reaction with magnesium. So alkyl halide, RX, you will understand, RX is the alkyl halide plus magnesium, you will get RMgX in presence of ether, and this compound RMgX is called the Grignard reagent. It is a very important compound, Grignard reagent. Okay, so this is the reaction with the first metal, magnesium. Clear? So with the magnesium, you will get a Grignard reagent, which is RMgX. Still not clear? Why it is happening like that? Is it clear now? It's okay now?
Amitava messaged something in the group.
Who?
Amitava.
Amitav. What is
Yes.
the message?
Like he's not able to join, unable to connect with join.
That he has to check again. Like Kirtana joined, isn't it? Kirtana also had some problem. Kirtana joined. Now Vishnu Priya is there. Is Vishnu Priya there? Vishnu Priya is not there. Chinmaya? They will try and join. Amitav came now. Chinmaya? Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear now.
And Vishnu Priya has some problem with the net. Okay, she will come in between.
No.
What, Amitav?
Am I audible, ma'am?
You are. So now we started the next topic, which is reaction with metals. So the first metal is magnesium, and when alkyl halides react with magnesium in presence of ether, you get Grignard reagents. So Grignard reagents, the formula is RMgX. So I will take an example. Suppose I take methyl bromide. This is an alkyl halide. This reacts with magnesium. In presence of ether, you will get a CH3MgBr. So what is the name of this? You will just, this is a methyl group, methyl, magnesium, bromide. So that is a Grignard reagent. Okay? All of you understood? So with the magnesium in presence
Ma'am,
of...
explain that once again. What is Grignard reagent, that part?
Grignard reagent is RMgX. When alkyl halide reacts with the magnesium in presence of dry ether. In presence of ether, you will get RMgX. That is the formula of Grignard reagent. RMgX. R can be any alkyl group. Mg is magnesium. X can be a halogen, like a chlorine, bromine, or iodine. Clear now? So
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, could you explain that again? There is a net fluctuation.
Then we started with the reactions of alkyl halide with metals. Reactions of alkyl halide with metals. So two metals. One is magnesium, second is sodium. So first we will see magnesium. Reactions of alkyl halide with magnesium. So then alkyl halide, Rx is general we say, alkyl halide. Rx plus magnesium, you will get a Grignard reagent which is RMgX. This is the formula of a Grignard reagent. So when you treat alkyl halide with magnesium in presence of ether, you will get a Grignard reagent. I have taken an example. CH3Br plus magnesium in presence of ether, you will get this Grignard reagent, CH3MgBr. So how do you name? Methyl magnesium bromide. So you see, R is common. So here in this case, R is CH3. And X is halogen. In this case, halogen is bromine. Is it clear now? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Vishnupriya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now there is only one reaction given in your syllabus, that is the Grignard reagents will react with water. And so I will take an example only, CH3MgBr with water. So it will form the hydrocarbon CH4. Water is HOH. H will come here plus MgBrOH. So that is, you will get methane or the alkane. Okay. And so what is the question will be, see if there is traces of moisture or water is also there, Grignard reagent will be converted to methane. So for when in the case of Grignard reagent, it should be completely dry. No moisture or water should be there. That will be the question. Okay. So moisture should not be. When you prepare Grignard reagent also, moisture or water should not be there. That will be the question. Why? What is the reason? Because Grignard reagents will react with water to form the hydrocarbon. That is one question. Second type of question in the index we will see. Is it clear? Any doubt on Grignard reagent?
Can you repeat the reason, ma'am?
Reason, it reacts with water. See the board. I wrote the reaction. No? Grignard reagent reacts with water to form methane. Methane is a hydrocarbon, isn't it? So in general, if I write what happens, RMgBr plus water is HOH. So H will come to R. So RH. RH is the hydrocarbon and MgBrOH. Is it okay, Priyanka? Grignard reagent will react with water and the corresponding hydrocarbon will be formed because R can be any group.
Ma'am, could you just repeat that question?
Question is, while preparing Grignard reagent, there should not be moisture. Or when you store Grignard reagent, it should be under, there should not be any water, dry condition. What is the reason? Like that they can twist and ask.
Ma'am, does the Grignard reagent react with water that is there in the air, like humidity?
No, so that is what I'm saying. You have to be very careful when you prepare. That is why this ether is used while preparing. So water should not be there. Moisture should not be there. So that way any twister they ask means any question with water, you will say it will react with water or moisture to form the hydrocarbon. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now next metal, we will go to the next metal. Next metal is sodium. That you learn the Wurtz reaction. 11th standard, you remember Wurtz reaction? Preparation of hydrocarbons. You learned, see, 2 molecules of alkyl halide with 2 sodium. You remember this? NaCl is eliminated and you will get CH3, CH3. So this you already learned in 11th. Alkyl halides react with the sodium. Here also ether is there. In presence of ether to form, what is this? Alkane. Isn't it? 11th standard Wurtz reaction. Wurtz reaction. So that is reaction with the sodium. So two reactions only, reaction with metals. Any doubt on this? This you learned already. So we will do that. Is it okay, children? We will do that 10.9 and we'll go to the next topic. 10.9 in text. 10.9 children. Identify A, B, C, D, E, R and R dash in the following. So the first one. Plus magnesium in dry ether. So what if you will get a Grignard reagent? So this is A, right? Isn't it? And so then this with water means you will get to the hydrocarbon. Plus this is B. What is this? Cyclohexane. Okay, and D only they asked, A and B. Okay, so name of A is B is cyclohexane. So what is the name of A? Cyclohexyl magnesium bromide. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll go to the next question.
Ma'am, just a minute.
Okay. The name of this is cyclohexane. So we'll move to the next question. Next question, RBr plus Mg, you will get A. You will get a C. C with the D2O. D2O is heavy water. Instead of H, deuterium. With the D2O, you will get a CH3CHD, okay, so you have to identify C and R. Okay, first we will identify R. So R is this part, isn't it? So R is CH3CH3, right? Do you agree with me?
Ma'am, could you explain this once again?
There you have to identify R and C. That is the question. Okay. So R is what? Okay, I will write this one example. I will write. You will understand. If I take CH3Br plus CH3Br plus magnesium, I will get a CH3MgBr. This is my Grignard reagent. Okay. In this case, which is R?
CH3.
Okay. How do you see? Now I will say this CH3MgBr is reacting with instead of water D2O. So you can say, or I will put it as water. Water. What is the product? What is the product? CH4, right?
Ma'am, CH4 Mg
No,
BrOH.
that's the byproduct you leave. Main product is CH4. Okay, how do you get CH4? CH3 to that one H is added, right? That is
Yes,
how
ma'am.
CH4 you are getting. Now, instead of water, if I take D2O, so here, if I take deuterium, then I will get CH3D. You agree? Or I can
Yes,
write
ma'am.
CH3D as like this also. It is that only, carbon only, it is connected.
The lower part of the board is not visible.
So this you can here see. Okay, here only I will write. This was water. You will get methane. All of you agreed? Suppose I take instead of water D2O, then I will be getting instead of CH4, I will be getting CH3D because
Yes, ma'am.
deuterium.
Yes, ma'am.
And then how do I know R? You will remove that D, remaining is R. You agree?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So in this question, you have to identify R and C. So first we will identify R, and R, how to get R? You remove that D, and that is R. Now understood?
Got it,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Got it.
All of you understood? So first one is R. So second one, then once R is there, then we C means we will put in place of R, we will put this group. Then you will get a C, right? So I am going to do that. Now I got R. R is this. So I will write the compound as CH3, CH, CH3, Br. So this is our R. All of you understood? Instead of R, I wrote the group.
Yes, ma'am.
And then now Mg. So what is C? CH3, CH, CH3, Mg, Br. This is C. Grignard reagent. Okay, any doubt on this?
No, ma'am.
All the children, others?
No, ma'am. No doubt.
Okay, so that is it. This way they will ask you. So next question we will do. So children, please practice. If you do not practice, you will forget all this. Later you cannot, later day will not come. Okay. So now next. Next question, I am writing in the question, the R dash X that is in the center. This is the compound. And two reactions. One is with the sodium, ether, and the second reaction is with the magnesium. You see the question. And then with the magnesium, you will get a D. And with the sodium, you don't have to identify. The compound is given. I am writing the compound. C, like this they have shown. CH3, 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 CH3. This compound you will get when R dash is reacting with the sodium. That is, this is given in the question. Okay, and you have to identify D and E. So first thing we have to find out which is R dash.
Ma'am. E and the compound are the same.
What? Which one?
E and the compound are the same, ma'am.
Yes, yes. It will come like that only. The hydrocarbon you will get. No, it will not be
Ma'am,
the
how
same.
same? It is not same.
It will not be the same, Anand. This compound is by Wirtz reaction. Half of this will come. Isn't it,
Okay.
Anand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Got it, ma'am.
So, all the children understood the question? Now this
Yes, ma'am.
R dash X with the sodium, see, if I write here, R dash X plus 2Na plus R dash X will be R dash R dash. That is it. This compound is R dash R dash. Agree? So from that we will take R dash. R dash is CH3, C, CH3, CH3, this. This is R dash because this is the product formed by Wirtz reaction. Understood?
Neopentane.
What?
Neopentane is the
So this you understood. We got R dash. This much you write, then we will continue with this side.
So, ma'am, R dash is tertiary butyl, right? Nothing more. Okay.
It's not
Okay.
neopentane. No. I don't know.
No, it is the name is neopentane. Neo 1, 2, 3, 4. Tertiary.
Yes.
Not neopentane. Pentane means five carbon would be there, no? Neopentane is there is another CH3. Here there are only 4 carbon atoms.
A tertiary butyl, ma'am.
No. Tertiary butyl is the group. R dash group is tertiary butyl.
Okay.
Okay. So this much you write, then we will. Others children, any doubt you can ask. Okay, you can ask other. Naomi, Chinmaya and all understood? Prashant? Prashant? Prashant is not there. Understood? Abhishek? Okay, so R dash is this. Okay, so the second part, this part, I will write now. This I will rub it off. So we will do the right side because R dash we got. Now we will write the next. R dash is CH3, C, CH3, CH3. So this compound is X and with the magnesium. So we will get a D. D is CH3, 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 MgX, Grignard reagent. Okay. Now water. With water means here H will come, isn't it? So C, CH3, 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 H. This is our E. E is this. Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we have to name, isn't it? So IUPAC is there now. Say what is the name? 2-methyl propane, right? So E is 2-methyl propane. Now those who did not understand, you can ask, otherwise we will move to the next topic.
Ma'am, I didn't understand the naming. How did you get propyl?
This is the chain. IUPAC name only I did.
And then methyl from 2-methyl from where, ma'am?
This is the chain. 1, 2, 3. I took this chain, longest chain.
Yes, ma'am. Then you wrote 2-methyl at first.
On the second carbon is the methyl group.
Okay. I thought. Sorry, ma'am. I forgot. I understood, ma'am.
So can I rub it off? Children, those who asked out, Chinmaya, Naomi, Prashant,
No, ma'am.
Priyanka, all clear, children?
Understood, ma'am.
Clear, ma'am.
Good. And Palak is there? Palak and all? Varshini, Palak, Isha? Where
Yes, ma'am.
are you listening?
I'm there, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
I'm listening.
Palak, I haven't heard from you for a long time. Varshini, are you there?
I'm there, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it clear? We will move to the next topic. See, if it is not clear, you tell me. Little difficulty will be there. But then you can make it clear. Tell me. I will explain, okay? So next topic I am going to topic is reactions of haloarenes. Now we will go to aromatic halides. Okay, aryl halides, aromatic halides. The name is aryl halides or haloarenes. So reactions of haloarenes. So benzene ring will be there. And so first point itself is a board question. See, we will compare with between an alkyl halide and an aryl halide. Okay. So alkyl halide, which is the first reaction you learned, children? Alkyl halide, the reaction you learned is first. When it comes, see, whenever alkyl halides come, which are the reactions you remember? There are only 3 types of reactions. The first one is, tell me somebody, the reactions of alkyl halide I am asking. Which are the reactions? 3 types. So children, you have to learn.
Alkyl halides, ma'am.
Yes. Which are the 3 types of reactions?
Nucleophilic substitution.
Good. At least one remembers. Nucleophilic substitution reaction. So I am going to write one This is alkyl halide, CH3. It is alkyl, not aryl halide, isn't it? So aqueous NaOH. Tell me the product. Alkyl halide with aqueous NaOH. What is the product?
Ma'am, alcohol and NaCl.
So why are you not saying? Why are you taking this much time? This is an example of which reaction?
Elimination, ma'am.
Who said that elimination?
Ma'am, substitution, ma'am, substitution.
Anand?
Yes.
What is eliminated here?
This thing, the halide, that is a chloride. Yeah.
It's atom is eliminated or one atom is substituted by another group.
Substituted actually, like OH by OH itself.
This is the very first example we learned for nucleophilic substitution reaction, isn't it?
But it's also the elimination, right?
No, it is not. Elimination means you have to eliminate 2 atoms. It is elimination was dehydrohalogenation. HX will be eliminated. The molecule will be eliminated, not the atom. One molecule should be eliminated. So in elimination we said halogen from the alpha carbon and hydrogen from the beta carbon, isn't it? Understood the difference? This is substitution. One atom is replaced by another atom or a group. Here the Cl is replaced by OH. It's an example of nucleophilic substitution reaction. And our topic is reactions of haloarenes. So I am first taking nucleophilic substitution reactions of haloarenes. Write the heading. That is what I am coming to. Nucleophilic substitution reactions of haloarenes. Written? Now this is this comparison I wrote that alkyl halide. Now this is a haloarene. What is
Ma'am, reaction of?
Nucleophilic substitution reaction. The main heading is reactions of haloarenes. Then we are going to nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay. So what is the name of this compound?
Chlorobenzene.
Benzene. This is an aryl halide because benzene ring is there. Now you say in nucleophilic substitution reaction, the bond is breaking. The bond breaks and this is joining, right? So in this case, you tell, is it easy to break this bond, which is connected to, the chlorine is connected to a benzene ring. Is it possible to break the bond? No, it is very difficult to break.
Double bond has to be shifted for that.
Huh?
The double bond has to be shifted, ma'am, for that on the benzene ring.
No. So why is, so the point is, nucleophilic, it is very difficult to carry out nucleophilic substitution reaction in aryl halides, right? That will be the question. Why is it difficult to carry out nucleophilic substitution reaction? They may give you an example, chlorobenzene or bromobenzene or generally aryl halides. So that is the first question. Why is it difficult to carry out nucleophilic substitution reaction in aryl halides. Have you written the question? So this is a board question. So they have given many reasons, at least two, three reasons you should be knowing. One reason
Ma'am,
is,
please repeat the question.
question is, why is it difficult to carry out nucleophilic substitution reaction in aryl halides? Difficult to carry out nucleophilic substitution reaction in aryl halides.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, now see, to carry out the nucleophilic substitution, there is a carbon here. This carbon-chlorine bond has to be broken, isn't it? It is very difficult to break this carbon-chlorine bond due to many reasons. One reason I am saying, see, this is chlorobenzene, and you know that chlorine has 3 lone pairs of electrons. So it will give to the ring the electrons. That is plus I effect. It will give electron to the ring, and so when it gives, that there will be a double bond, then this bond will shift. So when that bond shift, you will get this. Isn't it? This will happen. So
Ma'am, please explain that again.
this is suggested. Chlorine will give electrons, so a double bond will be formed here. And when double bond comes, this carbon's valency becomes 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 H is also there, 5. So when carbon cannot have valency 5, if a double bond is formed, this bond has to shift. It will shift and it will come to this, right?
Yeah.
And then you know how to draw the resonance structures. This will give, then this will shift. You learned that. First, let me explain. Resonance effect is there because chlorine is having lone pair of electron that will give, and then this will, that you learned in 11th. So the next this can come, and then this will shift. You remember? Then the next structure will be like this. If this we didn't touch at all, this comes means negative charge will come here. Then this can form, this will shift. You remember, children? So
Yes, ma'am.
where you don't touch, you will put as such, and here you don't touch, this will come this. So resonance is possible. This is resonance effect. Chlorine, this one is one aspect. This is the resonance effect. So why we are not, because these structures I am rubbing it off. Okay, so here we will come to the point why it is difficult to break this bond, because the carbon chlorine bond, due to resonance, the carbon chlorine bond is having some double bond character, isn't it? Double bond, it is very difficult to break. Clear?
But double bonds are comparably weaker than single bonds, right?
No. Shorter, it will become shorter, and breaking will be difficult.
But there are pi bonds which are weaker.
No, you have to break both the bonds. The full thing we have to break. Then if you break it off, and then only next bond is coming. In nucleophilic substitution reaction, it is like that only, isn't it?
Okay, ma'am.
So that is one reason. Okay. Second reason I will tell to underline in the book. Don't write, just listen. The second reason is the difference in the hybridization. In this case, this carbon is sp3 hybridized in alkyl halides. And in aryl halide, the carbon atom, benzene is sp2 hybridized. The carbon atoms in benzene are sp2 hybridized. Isn't it? So I will sit and explain. You will understand better. So the second reason is hybridization. In alkyl halides, the carbon carrying the halogen is sp3 hybridized, single bonds only. In aryl halide, the carbon carrying the halogen is sp2 hybridized, isn't it? So if you see sp2 hybridized and sp3 hybridized, which one is having more S character? I mean, which hybridized?
Two.
sp2, because it is 50%. Sorry, S is P is less. 2p, sp2. So the S character will be more in sp2. Isn't it? If S character is more S, you know that S orbital is S orbitals remain closer to the nucleus. So it is difficult to remove the electron from, or it is difficult to break a bond in which the carbon is sp2 hybridized, because the electrons will be closer to the nucleus of the carbon. Then breaking is difficult. Understood? That is the second reason. Got it? Any doubt on this? I will tell what to write.
No, ma'am.
The third reason is what? Who is that? Is it okay? Chinmaya. Oh, Priyanka. Say Priyanka.
Ma'am, the first reason can you explain?
The first reason is due to resonance. Due to resonance, the carbon-chlorine bond is having a double bond character. I wrote that, when chlorine gives, then there is a double bond formation. Carbon-chlorine bond is having a double bond character. So, double bonds are difficult to break. Okay? Now, the third reason, suppose you manage to break the bond. So, if you break, you will get this. What is the name of this? Phenyl carbocation. Isn't it? So this is not resonance. There is no way it can be resonance stabilized. That is the third reason. Okay? And the fourth reason is, this is the aryl halide. So nucleophile, this is electron rich, this is electron rich, there will be repulsion. Okay? So these are the reasons. I will tell you what to underline. See, the first one, resonance effect. So you can say, instead of saying, if you can reduce the sentence, you can say, due to resonance, you can, after the resonance structure, the CCl bond acquires a partial bond, double bond character. You saw that sentence? Partial double bond character. So before that, you can just say, due to resonance. Due to resonance, you add that sentence. That is enough. That is the first reason. Due to resonance, CCl bond acquires a partial double bond character. Oh, it is there due to resonance. So that sentence you write. Okay. As a result, the bond cleavage in haloarene is more difficult than in haloalkane. That is the first reason. That sentence is enough. 2 sentences. Have you marked? Second sentence. Difference in the hybridization of carbon atom in CX bond. So you say in haloalkane, the carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. Carbon atom attached to halogen is sp3 hybridized. While in haloarenes, it is sp2 hybridized. In simple sentences, you can write. So you will say, next sentence, sp2 hybridized carbon is having greater S character and can hold the electron pair of CX bond more tightly than sp3 hybridized carbon in haloalkane. That is it. Okay. So that is the second reason. Third reason, instability of phenyl carbocation. Due to instability, that sentence is enough. Due to instability, or you can say phenyl carbocation is unstable, not stable, right? Fourth reason is because of possible repulsion. It is less likely that the electron-rich nucleophile approach the electron-rich centers. Or you can say that due to repulsion, the approach of electron-rich nucleophile to electron-rich arene is difficult. Is it okay? Okay, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Could you repeat that?
Which one? The last point.
This.
Last,
Yeah.
fourth point. See, haloarene says C6H5Cl. Cl is having 3 lone pairs of electrons. Cl is electron rich and the nucleophile is definitely
Yes, ma'am.
electron rich. So there will be repulsion between those two. Okay?
Okay.
So, so time is up. We are going very slow. And so I think I thought I will finish this today. Okay, anyway, I am not holding your time. So any doubt you can ask, otherwise we will wind up because you have physics class immediately, isn't it? So any doubt you can ask?